I'm ready.
Turn your head.
Okay. Looks like we have a quorum. And the recording is on. Jim, you got the recording on?
Yes, it is.
It's all set? Okay.
And hang on, let me see, this is running.
All right. Okay, I'd like to call to order the Planning and Zoning Commission for the Village of Campton Hills for Wednesday, June 10th at, looks like the time now is, we got 7:16? 7:15? Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Teat,
Here.
Commissioner Lorario,
I'm here.
Commissioner Kopeck,
Present.
Commissioner Johnson,
Is absent.
absent, Chairman Frederick,
Here.
Commissioner Anderson
Is absent.
is absent.
All right, we have a quorum. All right, motion to approve the minutes of the Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting of May 13th.
So moved.
And a motion by Mr. Kopeck, a second by Mr. Lario. Discussion, comments, corrections? I have none.
None.
None, okay. How about a voice vote to approve as presented? All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Public comment. This public comment will be for anything that is not on the agenda. So if you are here for one of the two public hearings, about 4 North 725 South Circle, or the other variants with the detached garage, we would be talking about those later. So if you have anything else you'd like to discuss, now is the time to do that. Seeing no takers, I will add my own personal comments. This, is my understanding, is the last Planning and Zoning Commissioner for our Administrator.
May
Jim
not
Brown. Huh?
It may not be.
It may not be.
It may not be, so.
Okay, well, see, these things are changing, so may not be. So definitely maybe your last one, so. But just in case, for whatever reason, you do retire, and I just want to extend just a really heartfelt thank you for all the work you've done, for the years you've been here to help us. You have elevated this, I think, this village in that department, and I know our Planning and Zoning Commission has much improved because of a lot of your work and expertise, so thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, huge effort on the zoning ordinance, that was just like chewing glass. In some respects, it was I thought it was pretty challenging, pretty difficult, and the comp plan was another huge one. And I also just appreciate the monthly or meeting minutes. I thought you really organized the minutes. It makes our job so much easier when things are well thought out and well presented. And an example, like public hearing here, the public hearing, everything's well thought out. I think you have a very good format you established. We didn't have one before. So you established some really good basic practices that will continue on, and we will benefit for years ahead from all your good work. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. I hope to see you again, but just in
All right,
case.
well,
So
I hope
thank-
we don't have so many cases if I used to come. so.
Yeah. All right, so, thank you. Okay, item number 5, public hearing, case number 2606, the variance for accessory structure setback, 4 North 725 South Circle, and motion to recommend approval of the application to the village board. All right. I'd say there's a roll call to open up the public hearing.
Motion a second first.
Thank you. So motion to open the public hearing, and then a second, and then we'll do the roll call. Thank you.
So moved.
Second.
So Mr. Kopeck first, Mr. Teat second. Roll call, please.
Okay, Commissioner Teat,
Yes.
Commissioner Lorario,
Here. Yep.
yeah, Commissioner Kopeck,
Yes.
Chairman Frederick.
Here.
and-
Yes. Okay, all right, very good. So now that we have that, would the...
I can just swear one in first.
Yeah, start with
Anybody who intends to offer testimony in this public hearing, please stand and raise your right hand and repeat after me. Or, I'm sorry, please stand and raise your right hand.
This is for, yeah, I'm sorry, I did that. This is for the Circle Drive case. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's wrong.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mr. Brown, would you want to just give a quick
Sure,
highlight?
very briefly, this is an application for a variance for an accessory structure, a detached garage. The applicant desires to place a garage pretty much on the lot line along the side yard. And the property was zoned farm until December 2024. It was one of the 500-plus properties that we rezoned from farm to residential. So it's now R1 residential. The setback requirement would be 10 feet, so it would be a variance from 10 feet down to less than 1 foot essentially. And the topography of the lot slopes from the street down to Mill Creek, which is at the back border of the lot, and over half of the lot is in a flood hazard area. It's in a 100-year floodplain. So that is doable to put a garage back there, but it is difficult and time-consuming and more costly. So the applicant has selected this position along the lot line, and you can see that the lot is not particularly wide, and the house sits kind of on the middle of the lot. So that's pretty much it. There's photos, one photo in page 4 of the staff report, and then you can see the flood hazard area on page 3 of the staff reports, that pink area. And,
Mr. Brown,
yep,
the two images you put in this report aren't correct. The one there, you had circled the lot,
In the blue, on page 3.
well, in,
Page 3.
page before that, you circled a lot,
oh, yeah, you're right, you moved, you know what, yeah.
okay,
I didn't get, yeah, because
that was.
it gets when I added text, it gets
moved it.
bumped.
Okay.
And
In
that
case
circle is it's a insert that does not move with everything else moves underneath it. So it
Okay.
should be
That's,
on the south side,
Right,
yeah,
yes,
correct.
okay.
but on the next page, the lot you have outlined, I don't believe that's the right lot.
What leads you to believe that?
The shape,
Okay, so
it's got the bump out on the
Yeah.
northwest, or the
I
upper
see,
left
so the
corner.
top- Yeah. So the-
That lot is not, that's not the way that lot is shown on other maps.
Well, then it
And
would be the one to the northeast of that. And
Yes, it's
the
the-
point of the illustration is to show that the floodplain
floodplain.
occupies
Okay,
the last half.
yeah, I agree, the floodplain is the critical piece,
Yeah.
it's running all the way through
Right,
those.
topography's pretty
Yeah.
much the same as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so then one question I would have then, so if on page 3, which would be not, the blue boxed area would not accurately show the correct lot, so it might be the one to the northeast, like you
You're right.
said. I can't see what's on the lot to the northeast of that. So is this, how far, I guess my question is, how far away is the proposed garage from a structure on the next house, a structure on the next lot?
Probably at least 30 feet.
30 feet, okay.
There's kind of a barn-like structure on the lot to the northeast. The two lots at one time were together. They were subdivided probably about 10 years ago.
Okay.
No.
Would the petitioner mind just, yeah, I'm not sure if that microphone is on or not, but if you could help maybe clarify that, that'd be helpful.
What would you like clarified?
So, the property to the northeast, or as you're facing the road from your property to your right,
So to the, if you're
To the-
facing the house from the road to the
or if you're,
right?
no, it'd be to the left. If
To
you're
the left.
facing the house from the road, it'd be to the left.
Okay.
Where the lot line where the garage, the proposed garage wants, is to be.
Sure.
What's on the other side?
So it is like a large barn. So the previous owner owned both lots and he put up a structure there. That barn is about 100 feet from our house. So the lot line to that barn is, I'd say 30 to 40 feet.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's
All right.
my estimate.
Anything else you'd like to share with this that you think would be helpful for us? Any information, or you just want to put up a garage?
Yeah, yeah, and that's really the only
Yeah.
place that, you know, to put a decent-sized garage. You know, I mean, sure, I could squeeze a little shed-sized garage in there, but
Mhm.
that's kind of defeats the purpose.
Does you currently have a garage at all?
It's a two-car, yeah.
It's a two-car garage, and this will be a one or two-car
It'd
garage?
be
One and a half?
two-car, two and a half.
Two and a half, so
Yeah.
larger than you have now? Okay.
You know, there was a question about the access to that garage. Will it be just off your main driveway?
Correct. Yep.
So run around and,
Yep,
okay.
yeah, whether I do, if there's a gravel driveway or pavement, yeah, it'll be within regulations.
Okay.
Have you considered extending the garage out the back, your current garage, to make it a additional, you know, to make that existing garage deeper? Because then you would not be near the lot line, you could push it back, it might come back a little past your deck, but it looks like it would impact that tree that's right there too.
So that's one of our big concerns is the large oak tree that's right there at the corner of where we're thinking about putting the building.
Yeah.
So we're trying to not affect that. The septic tank is only, I think, 20 feet to the back of the garage, so I don't want to go super close to that either. So, I mean, yeah, maybe we could talk to an engineer or, you know, somebody to yeah, blow out the back of the garage and go 20 feet, but,
Okay, so you said your septic tank is 20 feet straight back from the garage.
yeah, so
Okay,
it's kind of in the, just off the edge of the deck there, to the north.
okay. Yeah, and I guess you expressed concerns with, you know, impacting the oak tree. I mean, right now, typically anything you build within the drip line of the tree canopy is going to impact an oak tree. So any development or anything, you typically stay outside the drip line, otherwise you compact the soil around the roots, and that really can impact the oak tree, so.
Sure.
So, and I know at least with the drawing that was in our packet, it shows that you're fairly close to the trunk. You're just
Yeah,
not,
yeah, I mean, it
cutting
was
the tree
just
down.
kind of a proposed, so the main thing is just to be able to build closer to the lot line. The structure size and dimensions can always change, but it's more just to kind of get closer to that lot line to allow a structure there. Because even if I put it next to the existing garage, it's only gonna be like 10, 12 feet wide for all the setbacks. And same thing if we were to just build onto the north side of the garage, then we'd have only like 10 feet to get around the garage if needed. So right now, the drawing shows about 8 feet between the house and the garage. I prefer to have 10 feet, so that's just kind of a rough sketch of where and what it might look like.
So you could say that this is like a worst case
Yeah.
as far as location to the house and to the trees and the lot line. You may still adjust it based upon your construction costs and size and everything.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. Yeah, because unfortunately, that oak tree, we lost a large limb off of it, I think last spring. We're hoping it's okay, we've been told it's okay, but it is very large and probably on its way out, but, yeah, the variance is kind of just there to kind of start the process and then eventually one day, hopefully, put a garage up.
And then just out of curiosity, so you don't have an exact garage size that you're looking for? And the only reason I ask is there's a couple different garage size dimensions listed. One was like a 24 by 37, and then I think in the exhibit, it looked like it was maybe a 28 maybe by 32, or so. I just wasn't sure which.
Yeah, so it's gonna be within the 900 square feet or less. Probably less because it's just 900 square feet is pretty large for that area. So everything within the rules of the accessory structure would be followed. I'm not asking for, you know, but 1,000 square feet. It's just more just the setback. Because unfortunately, I can't put it on the, what is it, the southwest side, because there's a drainage easement, so it's even less area on that side. So, that's kind of the only spot to put a detached structure.
Did you consider just extending that to the northeast?
We have,
You got like 30 feet supposedly, roughly 30 feet for the lot line.
correct, yeah, so that's kind of like I was saying, if we do go 20 feet or whatever, it kind of cuts it down to 10 feet to get around.
Yeah.
And I believe it's a little bit more expensive to just add on to the structure than it is to put up a freestanding. So I mean, if we're forced to, that would probably be what we were gonna do, but.
Any other questions or concerns?
I guess my feeling here is that, you know, we've got a lot of properties within the village that are on rural lots that have deficiencies when it comes to construction, but it's beautiful and it's open space and it's gonna be that way, so my tendency is to, you know, grant the variance in this case.
All right. Chris, you got any thoughts?
Many thoughts. I guess I'm not convinced in the sense of it being a hardship. I know you have floodplain in the back. I know you're looking for the variance to 1 foot on the lot line. I mean, the neighbor's house sounds like it's a fair distance away from the lot line, although in the one picture, and looks like you got a fence right there, so you'd pretty much have like fence, a foot, and then your shed, or your garage, or your 900 square foot accessory building, so now all of a sudden you got this like 1 foot of dead space, so that's not very aesthetically pleasing. And it's difficult to maintain. And given the grading along the property, I would be concerned with it being so close to the property line that, you know, there may be some drainage issues. I don't know. Looking at the county topography, it doesn't necessarily show drainage swales along property lines. Usually when you design a subdivision, that's where the drainage swales are. And being so close, you could encroach on that, and then you're gonna start pushing more water onto your neighbor's property, which would be a concern. I guess if we're going to, my opinion is, if we're gonna vary the side yard setback, I would rather put the accessory structure closer to your home, although I'm not sure from a building code aspect, I think there's a setback distance there too. From a fire code aspect, that I'm not sure about, but
Correct.
you'd have to make sure that that qualifies, otherwise, you know, like I said, my personal opinion would be you push it closer to the house so you keep that side yard setback as large as possible, rather than, you know, I know our setback is 10 feet, rather than being 1 foot, maybe it could be, you know, 7 feet, you know, and your variance is minimal.
Yeah, so that, I mean, so 1 foot is like, I was thinking, I mean, to physically build something, you can't build something on 2 feet. So if it was 3 feet, 4 feet, then you have, you know, you could actually walk between the fence and the structure and maintain the building and the actual property there.
Sure.
So 2 feet was, I mean, that's just what we came up with.
Yeah, and I know there are some companies that, you know, will build buildings, and pretty much they pull up, they deliver it, drop it, set it, done, you know, so I mean, something like to get to the 1 foot, you could have some pre-built building, and I've seen garages, you know, certain sizes, and they just drop it in place, and so you could get that 1 foot, but, you know, you have to obviously comply with village codes as far as securing it to the ground, or, you know, depending on the size, if it's on a concrete pad and those things, so I guess I'm not 100% convinced in being in favor of the 1%, of the 1 foot variance, but at least that's where I'm at the moment, so.
Jim, is there any restriction on a detached garage being how close it can be to the building, to the
Not
structure?
for zoning, no.
No, so I mean, it could be if we suggested to move it away 5, 7 feet or something like that, a little farther distance, to push it closer to the,
Yeah, I would just, you know, he's gonna need at least 5, 6 feet to get landscaping, lawn, you know, equipment through there. would think, I mean, you could go on the other side.
Well, that would be the other thing. If you got 8 feet there, could you have 8 feet on the other side?
Yeah. Or he'd just back it up another foot
Or
as
you-
well.
Just put it back
Yeah,
farther.
put it back farther, yeah.
And I realize like the distance is not a zoning thing, but what I don't want to do is try to shoehorn you into a position where we make these requests and then all of a sudden it's impossible anyways,
Right.
you know, so that's the only reason I mentioned that.
All right. Would you be opposed to a setback of, say, like 7 feet from the lot line or something, a different?
I mean, 7 feet doesn't really give you, I mean, it gives you 3 feet, but it doesn't give you, I mean, just on that, but based on the location of it, 7 feet still. I mean, I get, take what I can get, but
Right, I
Okay,
don't,
let me ask you, when you say 7 feet, that gives you the 3 feet, 3 feet meaning the what? I'm sorry, I was looking at this map, 3 feet meaning what?
closer than what you guys are already allowing.
What I'm saying is, you're, right now, the way you're proposing, you're at 1 foot off the line, right?
Correct.
Okay? What does that give you in regards to that 3 feet?
So 1 foot,
Yeah.
like based on the drawing, it
Yeah.
gives me 8 feet between the corner of the proposed garage and the existing structure. So that gives you plenty of
Okay.
space to get.
Let me ask you, what do you see going through that area?
If I ever have to get anything as far as big trees in the backyard or land, like Jim said, any landscaping or tree removal equipment, anything to large get back.
That's the only way you can go, there's no other way around?
You can go on the south side, but it's so overgrown, it's been kind of neglected for many years.
Could
We're
you-
also working on kind of cleaning that side up too.
I get it. Well, maybe this will get you to clean up. Would 5 feet opening work?
I mean,
I can put a Bobcat through 5 to 6 feet.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just here to try to get,
Because the reason why I asked, that 1 foot, is that 1 foot to the wall, or is that to any overhang on this building?
well, so, like I said, obviously, I can't put it 1 foot and that help overhang the property line.
Right, so that's 1 foot to the overhang.
Correct. I mean, in all reality, it would be probably 3 feet from the property line. The overhang might be 2 feet from the property line. Because like I said, we're planning on putting LP siding on, so you have to
Well,
physically.
no, not to cut you off, but you just said it could be 2 feet, the overhang could be 2 feet from the property line, could be 3 feet, but right now, what we're talking about is 1 foot, right?
Correct.
So let's assume it's 1 foot to the gutter, if there's an overhang, 1.5 feet, 2 feet to the wall. I guess my question is this: if the concern is to get something back there, is 8 feet is the 8 foot the width that you think you need to get things back there? Could you make it work with 5 or 6 feet?
You could probably squeeze something through there.
Well, I could squeeze a Bobcat through 6
Correct.
feet. I've ripped out many a patios and stuff. And
Sure.
you know, so
Yeah,
I
I
know
mean-
what can go in there. The reason why I'm asking is typically, you said 10, but a lot of times in a lot of places I've worked, when somebody wants to put a building, a garage or a shed up, it's typically about 5 feet to the overhang.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I just don't know what the actual rules are for accessory to be next to the permanent. Is it 5, at 10, whatever?
Well, it's that, I mean, what is the overhang? What is our offset right now?
What, minimum distance between accessory structure, we don't really.
yeah, I don't think we have one.
We don't have one.
But ours is from the lot line, that we do have.
Yeah, from the lot line,
That's-
yeah,
that's what we
from the
have.
lot line, but not
We
to
don't
an
have
extent
one.
to primary. to
I mean,
accessory.
look, at the end of the day, for me, is if you're saying 1, but it could be 2 or 3, I prefer the 3 just for the simple fact that it gives some breathing room for you and the person next door and anything that might have to get back there through there anyway, so now you're not trying to slip through in the back and your neighbors now, oh, you're on my property, you're on my property, you're on my property.
Correct.
So there's gotta be a certain amount of just working with your neighbor too. And I think personally, I'll give you my opinion, if it's getting trees and things like that that you're concerned about, 8 feet is, you can get a pickup truck and back it in there, and you're probably, one false move, and you're probably touching the corner of the house or the structure. So I don't think 8 feet is a number you need to be worried about. I think if you're gonna get stuff back there, you can make it work with 5, 6 feet. And I can tell you, I'll bring a Bobcat to your house and I'll move the stuff for you at 6 feet.
Sure.
Okay, so if there's I don't have an issue with the structure and what he wants to do, I just think that we gotta get a little breathing room on that.
Correct. Yeah, and that's kind of where I was a little bit more flexible on going towards a lot line. Because like I said, it's planning on being LP siding to match the house, so you have to physically, like, you can't put LP up with 1 foot. So I just asked for the variance to be as close to the property line as possible, but in all reality, you can only be so far.
Yeah, right.
Just a quick question, is your well at the front of the house?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just the septic field that's in the rear. So if it was maintenance on the septic field, you may need construction equipment to redo that. So, I mean, you don't want to have to tear a building down to get,
I mean, they'd probably be forced to go around the other side, depending on
Yeah.
how big of the equipment is.
I know, so you
but-
get the trees shown there, it's not
Yeah.
an easy path either.
That's 30 feet there. That's
The
30
equipment
feet.
he needs to fix that problem is not gonna fit through 8 feet either.
Correct.
So he's gonna be going through the other side.
Yeah.
I would recommend at some point, you probably start looking at the other side, getting some sort of an opening there too.
So we're talking to people to do some cleaning up of the brush.
Mhm.
And the next thing on our list is to get, if we need permits or notification from the city to say, hey, we're having somebody come and like clean up the property line, because it's very overgrown.
I guess personally, I would like to see a minimum of 5 feet on the lot line. It would be a minimum from the lot line.
From the lot line to
The
the
structure.
overhang or to the wall of the building?
I would say to the wall or building. That would be a starting spot for me.
I think 3 would be closer to reality for him, but
Well,
Are we taking a vote on a number?
well,
Well,
it's a
I mean, I'm
recommendation.
I'm good with, I'll be honest with you, I'm good with the 3 feet. I know what he's doing, and I know what the idea of what he's gonna be putting through there, and 3 feet would be fine, and I think that would also kind of nudge them to get the other side, the brush and whatever, taken care of over there too.
That's in the plan for this year, so we're, like I said, that's in the plan, because there is the drainage swale over there, and the lot to that side of the property is vacant, so we get pretty heavy flooding
Yeah.
from that, so we're actively trying to clean it up and.
Do you have a final footprint for this garage? Is that final?
No, so it's all dependent on,
It's not gonna go bigger though, right? Like you're not
no,
gonna,
no, by no means, like I said, 900 square
it
feet is
doesn't matter,
max.
3 feet is 3 feet, right?
So-
Or 5, whatever you guys decide. Yeah.
All right. What are you comfortable with?
3,
3? You're comfortable with 3?
yeah.
I'm good with 3.
3? You
Chairman?
want more?
Chairman? Do you want to see if there's any other public comment?
Yeah, sure, good idea.
Maybe that will-
Yeah, any other
maybe
public?
that will-
Yeah, maybe that'll help, sure. Any other public comments concerning this matter at all? How far off on the lot line? If this guy was building a house next, or garage next to your house, how far would you like it? All right. All right. Well, I think the consensus seems to be, I like more is better. I think you just have, I would like to see 5, but I'm willing to accommodate 3 as a recommendation. I would say 3 is the absolute minimum. I prefer more like 5, but that's my own personal thing.
I mean, you can put a fence right on the line. The fence in itself is a structure too.
There's currently a fence there, though.
So,
Yeah, there is a
The
fence.
the neighbors currently have a fence there.
right, so he's gotta make sure to stay,
Yeah.
give some
Yeah.
distance between that fence
Right,
too, right?
right.
You don't wanna build too close to the fence, because then you're gonna get, run into the concrete footings and.
Okay, well, hearing that, you have any last comments, Chris? All right. How would you, do you agree like a 3 foot to wall from the property line?
I'm good with the 3 foot, and if the garage turns out a little smaller and it becomes 4 or 5 feet, thank you.
Yeah.
Correct.
You have
Just say you would entertain a motion with the condition.
Yeah, with the condition, sure, okay. I'm just trying to get a consensus first to see, but thank you, yes.
Yeah.
We have a consensus on that? Sir, would you agree to like a 3 foot to
Yeah.
wall?
Yep.
In front of it, okay, all right.
Yeah, I would, as The attorney suggested that as a condition, and then maybe maximum size for the garage. It's depicted here, 2437. So,
I see, is that 37 or 32?
32.
Looks like a
hang
2.
on, all right, 30, you're right, 32.
Okay. All right, so those would be 2 conditions
Yeah.
as a maximum. All
The way
right,
the garage sits and the way you were gonna construct it, are you gonna have equal, see something?
That's the next case.
What's the, I wanna, is there an equal overhang on all 4 sides of this garage?
So the house has, I think it's 2-foot overhangs. We're probably not gonna match that, it'll probably be 1-foot overhang.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be gabled ends on the front and back.
Okay, because, you understand, maybe I wasn't clear, my 3-foot is to the overhang.
okay, that's
Oh,
It
clarification.
said
always has to
wall.
be to the overhang, you can't go to the wall,
Okay,
Okay.
so it's always overhang.
okay.
So you
That's
understand
good
that, right?
clarification.
So
That's-
4 foot to the wall from the property.
Yeah,
Yeah, if it fits to the
unless you
40
can
foot.
find a way to build it and have a 6-inch overhang.
Maybe, or,
No, I'm serious,
You can have that.
that's why I asked you
I
which
should have
direction are you building it, and, are the overhangs here
yeah,
versus here, you know what I'm saying?
sure.
You can make it as tight as you want, that overhang, but I'm not saying to the,
To the wall, you're saying to the overhang?
oh, yeah, because
Okay.
then if you go to the wall and he has a 2-foot overhang, then
Yeah.
we're back to the 1 again.
Yeah,
you know?
right, okay, all right, good point, good point. All right, so, so the conditions, 3 feet to the overhang and lot size, or not lot size, but, building size. All right, we'll look at the findings before we make a motion, because we'll probably roll those all into one. So the findings, there's 3 findings. Number 1, the strict application of the terms of this ordinance will result in undue hardship unless the specific relief requested is granted. The comment is due to the presence of a special flood hazard area over much at the site. It is almost impossible to construct any accessory structure in an area where a zoning variance would not be needed. So I would agree with that. Finding number 2, the particular physical surroundings, shape or topographical condition of the specific property impose a particular hardship upon the owner as distinguished from a mere inconvenience. If the strict letter of the regulations were to be carried out, so the comment is that the site is covered but to a large extent by a special flood hazard area. The area is in the rear of the site, which would be the normal and allowable place for detached garage. Agreed. Number 3, the finding is the plight of the owner is due to unique circumstances inherent to the subject property and not from the personal situation of the owner, and has not been created by any person presently having a proprietary interest in the property or question. And it just talks about seeing comments 1 and 2 below. So those are the findings. Any problems with the findings? I found those findings fine. Okay, all right. So, can we get a motion to recommend to the village board? We'll recommend the findings, as well as the 2 restrictions, which is 3 feet to the overhang, and the building size no greater than 32 by 24 square feet, which would be the equivalent of the footage of that. Doesn't have to be 32, 24, but the equivalent square footage of that.
May
Yes,
I?
yes, please.
When you're gonna obviously, once you figure out what size you're gonna go, you're gonna present this with a plat of survey for permit.
Correct.
One recommendation I would make to you is this: if you don't wanna make us look like bad to your neighbors and that piss them off, get some elevations on that garage and get some elevations on that the backfill that you're gonna do on that backside. Because if you find yourself in a position where you think that you might have a little pitch towards a neighbor, I would highly recommend some drain tile in there to stop it from happening.
Sure.
And let the neighbor know that.
Sure.
Okay, if so then, I think we're in agreement. Let's get a motion. There's highlighted in red there. It looks like it would be a good place to start with the inclusion of a 3 feet overhang, and it looks like 768 feet would be the square footage of that 32 by 24. So who would like to make that motion? Can I have one? I'd have to read it off.
I'll motion to move forward, approve, based on what you just said, and that 768 is a maximum, correct?
Max.
That's a
Yes,
max.
Max.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the village board, basically, and it's a recommendation to the village board, which would include the findings of fact, and also a recommendation to approve with the restrictions of a 3 feet from lot line to overhang, and the building could be no larger than 768 square feet.
That's your motion?
That's your motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Further discussion or comments or additions? All right, can we have a roll call, a vote,
Yep,
please?
certainly. Commissioner Teat,
Yes.
Commissioner Lorario,
Yes.
Commissioner Kopeck,
Yes.
Chairman Frederick.
Yes. All right, motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your time. And good luck with your building. All right.
I'm gonna park my car in his garage.
Yeah. Your Bobcat.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, item number 6, public hearing, 2607, variance for detached garage to be located in the front yard, and motion to recommend approval of the application to the village board. All right, so I would like to have a motion to open up the public hearing.
So moved.
Okay, so Mr. Kopeck and seconded by Ms. Matee. All right, since it's a public hearing, can I have a roll call, please?
Sure, Commissioner Kopeck,
Yes.
Commissioner Teat,
Yes.
Chairman Frederick.
Yes.
Commissioner Lorario.
Yes.
Okay, the public hearing is open. Would you like to swear in anybody who wishes to speak?
Anyone who intends to offer testimony in this public hearing, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Brown, would you like to just give us a brief summary?
Sure, so the applicants, Mr. Neal and Ms. Nelson, who just stood up there, they were before this body not terribly long ago, perhaps you remember it, and this time they are requesting a variance to allow the placement of a new detached garage in a front yard. If you remember this lot, it's triangular in shape. It also has a flood hazard area in the back. There's part of a floodway and 100-year floodplain back there. I think it's also classified as wetland. Septic field is over to the south of the house. That's depicted on the addendum I passed out this evening. You see it in red marked there. And then there's an existing structure over near that septic field. And then they desire to place this new detached garage in the front portion of the lot, 10 feet from the lot line, so it would meet the zoning requirement. And it's depicted on, in the staff report in black and then on your handout in red. And it is, if you could help me with the dimensions there. Can't remember.
44 by 22?
Yeah, right, yeah, thank you.
44 by 22.
Yeah, 44 by 22, and then there's a rendition of what it may look like, so, yeah, that's it. And the previous case was, if you recall, that was it was a deck, kind of rebuilding an existing deck that was in the setback. So, and that was back in 2024. Yeah, that's the address, yeah.
Okay. Is there a maximum footprint for this, square footage wise? Is this 900 feet?
No, I mean, it's just all accessory structures are rolled up into one, and it's pretty generous, so this is, he's well within.
Well within.
The maximums for accessory structures, even with the existing deck and the other kind of shed-type building over there.
Okay.
He's not close.
Is there currently, if you don't mind, is there currently a garage on the property at all?
Yeah, it's attached to the east side of the house. It's a two-car garage, so this would essentially be phase one, to where we are gonna look into eventually converting the garage into livable space, because we are expecting a third child, so we've kind of outgrown the current footprint of the house. So this would be step one, to get our garage functional, so that way down the road in a year or two, when we have the time and funds to do it, we would convert the garage into livable space for
Okay.
for our house.
Well, first, congratulations on your third child.
Thank you.
That's wonderful news.
And just for clarification in the record, when you say convert the garage, you're referring to the garage on the existing home?
The
Correct.
Okay.
existing attached
Yep.
garage.
I just want to make sure for clarification of the record.
Yes.
That's all,
Yes.
so, okay.
Okay. Where would the entrance, would this be like a side you know, it's like a long bay? or you could
Yeah,
have a-
so as you come down our driveway, if you look at the overview picture where the basketball hoop is at, that's the concrete kind of parkway. That would essentially be exactly how the garage runs. So it's basically taking our existing concrete parking area and making it into a garage.
Okay, and so the cars would load from
So
the
the-
longest side?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, so you come in
That's
and
what I
you
assumed.
make a sharp right, you turn right to get into the garage.
Yeah,
essentially.
I just want to assume, because sometimes people like stack them one after the other and want
Yeah,
to do
no.
so.
No.
You know, if you got an RV or something, you know, I understand it, so just curious how that would look, okay? Very good. Is it current concrete or is it gravel right now?
It's asphalt.
It's
right now.
asphalt, okay. Excellent.
What would the distance from, like, where your driveway enters on your property from Brown Road? What would the distance, like, the setback be to that eastern edge of your garage
Probably like 40
approximately?
feet.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a good.
We have a
it-
pretty long garage.
Yeah.
yeah. I wasn't sure, because the exhibit doesn't really, I
Yeah,
mean, it looks long, but, you know,
I
pictures
didn't
aren't
have a
always
tape
worth a
measure long
thousand
enough,
words, so.
unfortunately, to measure from the road all the way down.
Sure, okay.
Does it say your your driveway is 60, does that say 62? Or is it, does it say asphalt drive and then 62, 30, or something like that?
Sure. I think that's
Or
the
is that-
angle.
Or is that the
That's the
angle? Yeah,
angle,
those are just
62
two of the numbers.
degrees.
Okay, yeah, that's a 62-degree angle.
Yeah, because all the other distances were kind of at an angle perpendicular to your property line, so that's why I was just curious.
Yeah,
that's all.
yeah, I
About
would
40
estimate,
feet.
it's definitely well far back there. And as you come down to our driveway, our entire front line of that exists on Brown Road is like 30 to 40 feet trees. So you can really only see our property by looking straight down the driveway
Yeah,
area.
okay. All right, you don't really have a lot of options, do you?
No, we don't, unfortunately.
Can't go across a septic field,
No,
don't want to do that.
don't want to go by the floodplain either.
Yeah, don't want to go by the floodplain,
That
so.
helps. That's the visual of it, of where it lies.
Yeah,
Just to
yeah,
give you guys an
for the
idea.
trees, yeah, just for the
Yeah,
trees,
no,
yeah.
I've seen-
All right, thanks. Okay. All right. Any other comments you'd like to share with, or information that you feel would be helpful?
No, if you guys have any questions, happy to answer them, but
Okay.
that's all we have.
All right.
I get, just one
Go ahead.
question, the addendum picture that was passed out?
Yeah,
That's
Is that-
just the vision of what it
Oh,
could look like.
okay. I was just curious, because that looks beautiful.
we would like it to look very similar to that, so I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, okay. All right. I don't have any questions. It sounds pretty straightforward to me.
I mean, I'm pretty impressed with your house.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, you look at it the right way, and it looks like you're looking down at the Vatican or something.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. 10-foot offsets, 40
Yeah.
feet to the road.
Yeah. I have no problem at all. I think it's very, it's basically you're forced into the, you don't have really many options, so it looks very logical to me. And you have some screening, the house, you know, some tree vegetation and stuff as well, and so, I have no problem. Any other concerns or questions?
No.
The petitioners or anything? Okay. All right, so, let me go through the findings of fact, and then, we'll have a further discussion and possible motion, all right? So findings that the strict application of the terms of this ordinance will result in undue hardship unless the specific requested, relief request is granted. And that would be answered in the next two, or actually the next one, the next finding number 2. The other finding is that particular physical surroundings, which that sounds very applicable here, shape or topographical condition of the specific property impose a particular hardship upon the owner as distinguished from a mere inconvenience. If the strict letter of the regulation were to be carried out. The comment is that the site is a triangular in shape, with the narrowest part of the triangle being at the rear of the property. Furthermore, a septic tank and field inhibit the placement of the garage along the south side of the house, i.e. a side yard, and there is virtually no side yard to the north, so very few options. And then Third finding references just what I read, that same comment, that the plight of the owner is due to unique circumstances inherent to the subject property and not from the personal situation of the owner, and has not been created by any person presently having a proprietary interest in the property in question. It's basically the design of the lot, the size, and the topography, so I would agree. I would agree with those findings of fact. Any concerns or amendments to those findings of fact?
No.
No, I think it's all spot on. Okay. So, any comment from the public on this at all? Any further? Okay. No conditions as presented, so.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I have a motion that includes, it has to be consistent with the site plan as submitted, and there would be this addendum.
So the addendum, which would be a max footprint, is listed on there.
Yeah.
So that would cover that. Okay. All right, so can I get a motion for the Planning and Zoning Commission to recommend to the village board for approval of a variance from the requirements of Table 8-1 of the zoning of 2024 zoning ordinance and allow a detached garage to be constructed in the front yard consistent with the site plan submitted by the applicants. Additionally, I motion that the Plan and the Zoning Commission forward the findings as discussed and stated on page 5-6 of the report. That's the motion I'm looking for.
So moved.
So,
Okay.
second?
First, Mr. Teat, second. Can I have any last discussion?
I just want to say, I'm voting in favor of this, and the main reason for that is you're complying with the side yard setback, and if this was a residential zone, you would be meeting or exceeding the front yard building setback as well, so, I think there are unique circumstances with your property, with the floodplain, with your septic, and with the preserved property to the north, I think it is, so I just want to say that's why I'm voting in favor.
Okay, all right. Can I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Frederick,
Yes.
Commissioner Lorario,
Yes.
Commissioner Kopek,
Yes.
Commissioner Teeth.
Yes.
All right. It still has to go to the village board? But,
We went through it last year, we
yeah,
know.
yeah. Just want to make
Appreciate
sure. Okay, well, congratulations on the baby to come, and good luck with your new garage. Hopefully it goes through for you. Okay. All right.
Close the public hearing.
If you vote for, I understand he's going to.
I thought when you voted, it's closed.
If you vote on it, I think it's closed, but thank you. But I think if we vote on it, it's closed. Okay, I think that is all that we have. So, thank you for coming, everybody, appreciate it. And thank you for coming, I appreciate it as well. Anything else?
I don't have any other applications, but I believe the village board voted on and approved a moratorium on accessory structures last night. There were certain zones and certain sizes in that. I don't know I haven't seen the video, so I don't know how it actually panned out. But then we would be looking at revisiting accessory structure maximums and perhaps some different rules. Really what prompted this was a lot of inquiries and other suspicions that people are essentially running large businesses, contractor type stuff out of agricultural areas, and they're putting up these massive buildings. That was one of the reasons.
Okay.
One of the reasons.
Yeah, one of the concerns.
Just
One of the
concern
concerns.
about,
Yeah,
did
yeah.
we err and allow a little too much for the
Yeah.
accessory structures? And maybe maybe we land and we say, we're fine, or we don't come up with some, but I think it was for a 90-day moratorium. And then that gives us a little breathing room to discuss this and maybe propose some to the village board.
Okay, I like that. All right, but nothing else that you're aware of for next month?
Yeah, that's what it was. Was that what Frank, was 600 F1, is that how it came down?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and it's for that one main reason that we
Yeah.
wanted to stop trucking companies.
Right.
Of that, using power more.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else before I get a motion to adjourn? If not, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mr. Deep,
Second?
Mr. Kopek, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion carries, motion is adjourned, thank you.
You guys know the backstory.
What's the time?
8:04.
You guys know the backstory on Maddie and his neighbor?
Who and who?
So they've been fighting for almost.
Should we shut the video off?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
No, no, no.
who's the first applicant, or?
That was the
Yeah.
first step.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who you're talking about, okay. I didn't know when you say the name, I didn't know who you're talking, referring to.
So they've been fighting